Alrighty, so now we're going to move on our instruction sheet to the next side. I'm sorry, the next step, which is going to be step 4, and that's gluing the rectangles and trapezoid panels in alternating colors. Don't worry about the colors. Those don't really matter. So to begin this process, I'm going to take one of my panels, which is a rectangle and a trapezoid combined. And again, I have a piece of white paper underneath, and I'm going to spread glue along this entire edge. So the whole edge of the rectangle, the whole edge of the trapezoid. And again, you need a fair amount of glue to cover that. So I got glue all down the rectangle side. I'm going to slide my piece up, and now I'm going to put glue down the trapezoid side so that that side can get glued. And what I'm going to do here, after I get it all glued, I'm going to take another panel and I'm going to lay it directly on top of this. So again, this side is glued. I'm going to take another panel and very carefully line it up. Once it's lined up, I'm going to then smooth it out and give that edge a little tap. Okay, so I'm going to secure it all the way down, make sure that whole edge is glued. Once that edge is glued, I'm going to take that panel that I just glued and I'm going to flip that top one over in half. So I'm going to fold that one in half. I'm going to take my white paper and I'm going to put it in between that fold. So I'm going to put this in here. And now I'm going to repeat that process, but on this piece. So again, that process was taking glue stick. I'm going to put glue along the entire edge of the rectangle and trapezoid. So again, make sure you use a liberal or a fair amount of glue here. I'll slide my white paper down so I don't get glue all over the table. And slide down. A little stuck here. If your balloon rips through, don't worry about it. We'll fix it later. So I'll slide my page down. I'm going to put glue along the edge of the trapezoid now. And so now you should have glue along the entire edge of the rectangle and trapezoid, so all along that edge. I'm going to take another panel, so that's a rectangle and a trapezoid already glued together. I'm going to take that panel and I'm going to lay it right on top. So again, I'm going to make sure it's aligned real nice before I set it down. Doesn't have to be perfect. Most of them will be far from perfect once you get it aligned. Tap down those edges so that they secure nice. Again, try not to rub, as that rubbing will tear your paper. Once that's glued, take that panel, fold it in half. So again, I'm going to try to get a nice clean fold here. Put my white paper underneath. I'm going to repeat the process again. So I'll take my glue stick, glue the entire length of the rectangle. So I glue all up on there. It's nice and gluey, almost too gluey. Very carefully peel that off. I'm going to slide my white paper down so that I can glue my trapezoid. Make sure your tissue paper doesn't glue itself to itself here. So I'm going to put glue along the trapezoid edge. That looks good. I'll pull my white page out for a minute. Grab another panel. So this is my last panel. I'm going to lay that one on top. Again, make sure it's aligned really well. Having a partner does help. There's nice and aligned. I'll tap it all down the side. Alright, once that panel's done, I'm going to fold that one in half. And I'm going to glue that edge. So again, it's kind of like repeating the process. Put glue all the way down again. Make sure you have the white paper underneath. That keeps the glue from getting on all over the the table or the floor, whatever you happen to be gluing on. Slide it down so I can glue my trapezoid. Again, I'm getting glue, lots of it, all on the edge. Once you got that edge totally glued, I'm going to peel my white page off. Be careful. Slide that off to the side. I'm going to take my first panel and I'm going to fold this thing over now to close it back in. So this is the first one I started with, folding it over. So again, I'm going to make sure it's even. Make sure it's even, and then I'll just give it a little tap all the way down the side. When you're complete, make sure it's not stuck to itself. You should end up with a square similar to this. It's stuck there. Peel it off. There's my balloon.